Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. We've got a great product review of something that we use with our truck, around our home, and our car. It is the new DeWalt Inflator, and boy, does this little dude work hard. We'll tell you about it. Stay tuned. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. One of the things I really like that's happening in the marketplace right now is these battery-driven devices that are being made by several manufacturers that do some really cool things around the home and in the automobile and truck space. Well, DeWalt has put out this inflator, but there are other types of devices as well that are more combo, that are battery charger, things that you can take out on the camping trip that'll charge your USB devices, and perhaps that's a subject for another day. But for right now, I want to just focus on this little inflator, which you can get at Home Depot for about $109 plus tax, without battery and without charger. That's what they call the bare tool. But what's the advantage of having this inflator? Well, let's talk about just household use to begin with and some of the features that are available for you. So first of all, if you look on the end right here, there are some mounts here that carry an inflator hose around here that this hose plugs into the output here. Plus, you can see by the icon right there that says where air is going to expel when the motor is running. Plus, there's some accessories that go on this tube over here that allow you to inflate balls, blow up balloons, those types of things, which is really handy. We can just carry a tool to it instead of having to lug something. And of course, you can see this is really handy and light and has a really nice grip on it. All right, on this end here of the larger volume air, you have both an area that pulls air in and the part that expels out. And you can see a little icon right there that indicates that's the side that's going to blow air out. Well, you're going to take the hose that goes related to this and you're going to put it in here and rotate it in to lock it in. And then you can either use that larger end to inflate air mattresses. There's also a smaller end that allow you to put that over the top there and use that to blow out vents and that sort of thing. On this side, you have an intake, so it's going to pull air in, so you can move the hose to that side, put it in there until you find the tabs, lock it in, and then this will allow you to suck air in. Now, please note, this is not a vacuum cleaner. There is no bag, there's no filter, there's no place to actually expel dirt, and it's not going to be good for the machine pulling it through. So what would you use this for? Well, if you want to get the air quickly out of an air mattress, something like that, and you want to evacuate it out, or to use a vacuum to collapse a bag down for packing and that sort of thing, then you can certainly use it that way. So that is the large volume size, and as we mentioned earlier, here's some other accessories that are used on the other end. Now let's go to the other end here. Here is where you have the hose that is used for inflation of tires, and as you can see, it has an incorporated or built-in stowage area with clip holders that allow you to just stow it, wrap it around, come back around, and lock to itself. But the hose is long enough that when you're carrying the unit to where you're going to use it, it's long enough to either attach to a tire. This works really well with vehicle tires. We used it several times, and it also works really great for wheelbarrows and small utility tires on all sorts of things like mini trailers and that sort of thing. So this it works really well, has a nice brass fitting on the end. It's not going to damage the threads. You simply screw that on, set the pressure, and off you go. And using those accessories on the other end, it's great on the sports field for getting the right pressures for that soccer ball or that football or whatever it is that you and your family are engaged in. All right, now here's another thing before we leave that end I want to make sure we point out, and that is that not only can you use a battery to run it, and this is part of DeWalt's family of batteries. This was bought after the fact, and you can buy different AH or amp hour ratings. It works well with the 2 AH as well. I like the higher capacity batteries, but these batteries, the nice thing about them, DeWalt has created a whole family of over 200 devices now for the construction, home, and recreational uses that these batteries all work in. So whatever investment you make in getting a charger of these batteries, As long as you have other types of their tools, then you're going to get multiple use out of this battery. But let's suppose you don't have the battery, or you don't have the battery has been used up. Then you can also run this directly off of a charger like this. You can plug it into your car and use your car battery and simply put it in here. So as you note, it is not a charger. This is only to run the unit if you do not have battery power available. And notice, I'm not going to untangle the cord. The cord is long enough that along the side of a road, if you didn't have the battery, you could simply play this out, plug it into one of your 12-volt output devices somewhere in the vehicle cab or in the back, and then plug this in the other end, and you are good to go. So to turn on the light here, what you're going to have to do is power up the unit. You can see the displays come on, and there's your little icon right there. Push light, and there you go. You've got a light that is very helpful when you're trying to see where the tools go and get around in there, and it's a nice little portable flashlight. You can also set it with close to the tire and see what you're doing. And then of course you can turn that right off here. Now let's talk about the functions of how to use this very quickly. Couple things. One, you can either choose whether you're going to use it for the blowing devices, which we've already showed you, or you can say, no, I want to use it to inflate tire. And at that point then, what you can do is choose what you want to set a tire to. So I like to run my tires around 35 pounds. So I would set it right there. I would attach it, start it right here using this button here, and it'll inflate and then stop when it's done. Well, let's show you how that works. All right, let's go ahead and inflate this tire. Now I like to run my tire pressures in the summer about 35 pounds, depending on what the tire manufacturer says to run at, and 40 in the winter because cold air is less dense, and so you tend to lose a little bit of pressure. And when you read the rating on this tire over here, it tells us max is right at 44 pounds. By the way, if you'd like to know what some of these tire codes are here and demystify what your tire is telling you, visit this episode over here, or stick around for the end card and click on that. Or you can go down below and look at the link there, and we'll send you over to that other video that demystifies sidewall tire codes. But back to what we've got in front of us here. This one is running low right now. We want to inflate it, so we're going to undo this off of here. We'll use the brass tip here and just simply screw it on. And you can hear it release a little bit of air. There we go. We're now set up. Now we're going to go ahead and put this over here and set the displays where you can see it. We'll turn on the unit. I have set it to use for the tire. If that icon is on, we're using it to blow air with as an inflator for other devices, but for using for tires, we'll just set the selector. And right now, it's telling us we have a very low amount of pressure. That's just residual. We'll see where we're going to set it to. Use this rotary dial right here, and you can see that I want to set it. Let's just do it to 35 pounds, okay? And there you go, 35 psi. You have a visual indicator that tells you we are low and tells us that we're only 31.4 pounds right now. So how do we get to where we're going to go? Push the power button right here. The unit will start up and start inflating. And as it proceeds, this little indicator will fill up. So let's let it do its job. And when it's done, it automatically shuts off, and you can quickly unscrew this, move on to the next tire, and go right around here. You know, when we're on the road, I don't even bother stopping at the service station anymore. It's all done right here. Love this little unit. All right, there you have it, a great device from DeWalt that'll make your home life and your vehicle life on the road a lot easier. Hey, if you found this to be helpful and you have some kind of device like this that you would like to pass on to your fellow viewers, won't you comment in the section below there so we can help get the good word out. If you found this to be helpful, won't you like the video, and better yet, subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the bell so you'll get notified when we publish great videos about product reviews with great products like this, as well as truck life, Maggie's Kitchen, horticulture, and just great tips around the house. Hey, thanks for watching today. Until the next time, This is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerj.com.